Wow. All right. So I will first clear this screen, and after clearing the screen, I'll basically and purely show you. So I hope before I get started into today's tutorial, I'll just welcome you from yesterday's video. If you were able to watch yesterday, we were able to set up our trading view, and I basically went an extra mile as a person, and I was able to create my watch list. I hope you also take off some time and be able to create your watch list. So we were also able to look at a certain candle we called the hashing ash candles, and we said yesterday that you come onto the three dots and come on the chart type and choose the hashing ash candles. Now the hashing ash candles are good because they keep the trend of the market. All right, they are very good because they keep the trend of the market. So if the market's not going down by 50%, they will still keep the trend. For example, if this is BNB in the 4 hours time frame, you can see that the market, it keeps the trend. Like what I mean, someone may be watching this for the very first time. Just what this is a downward trend. So if the market is not going up more than 50%, it will keep the trend. But if you want to see the current price of the market strictly, then you need to change and go back to the traditional candles. So if you tap on chart and go back to the traditional candles, the candles themselves, you see this is the difference, because these ones keep on whatever is happening right now is what they do. Whatever is happening right now is what they do. But the hashing ash candles, they basically and purely give you the trend of the market. The trend of the market. I hope you see that. The trend of the market. These ones, they don't do it, the traditional candles. I hope you see. So that's why we keep on the hashing ash candles. But if you want to see the current price of the coin, then you need to get back to the traditional candles. All right. So I hope that is very clear. Now today we are going to be looking at adding indicators to the trading view and setting up indicators, and we shall basically look at a few, all right? Okay, now that land, let me get back to the hashing. So we go to chart type and I choose the hashing ash candles, all right? So because they help us keep the trend. All right, now before I go into the trend and I basically go into that, I will also talk about something a little bit about something very little bit about what we call the dojis. All right, the dojis. Today I'll talk about the dojis. Okay, now I want to show you a doji, like I could say, let me use this. Right, okay. Oh no. Oh no. This is not working out, but okay. Just give me some few minutes and I find a better way to handle. Okay, so I will use all right. So if you are able to see around this place here and that specific candle here, this one, it's a doji. It's like this, right? It's like there is indecision in the market. Now, such dojis, when they are formed in a trend, so how do you see a trend? That's also very important for us to know when we see a trend, right? Because you see, this was a trend. A trend is that movement of the market. Okay, the market has, like you see, this was a trend. Okay, an upward trend. You see, an upward trend. Okay, hope you see, this is an upward trend. So when a doji is formed in an upward trend, a doji is formed in an upward trend, it means there will be change in the market. Like you see, just look at this here. the market will change. The market that if it was a downward trend, it means it means when it was a downward trend like this one, if a doji is formed, then it will be a bullish trend. If it was a bullish trend, like this was coming up, and now there comes a doji, then it means it will become a downward trend. I hope you are following. I hope you are following. I hope you are following. All right. Let me also show you another. Let me see if I could find one. Let me see if I could find one. Just a minute. Now, the other one that I want to show you is what you call a pin bar. Okay, because a doji is different from a pin bar. Now, what you see here, it is a pin bar. Now, when a pin bar is formed in an upward trend, it means, so if the market was going like this, up, now a pin bar comes up in a trend, then it means the market will go down. But when a pin bar is formed on a bullish trend, the market was going up, then there comes a pin bar. Like you see, this is a pin bar, all right? It's like, it's not very clear like a doji, but it's like a pin bar. Okay, then the market will be having a downward trend, all right? So I'll get a clear pin bar, but I just want to make sure. Okay, it's like, you know, the market may not perfectly, but if you see a pin bar, I want to look for a clear pin bar so that I can create sense of what I'm talking about. So I'm just scrolling through, scrolling through. Let me change. Maybe let me change to traditional candles. Let me change to traditional candles so that I can see if I can get a clear pin bar, right? Okay, now look at this. This is not like a doji. If you see it very clearly, this one here, let me just show you the screenshot. All right, you see this here, I mean this one, that one. Okay, that is a pin bar, and this pin bar was formed from a bearish trend. It was a bearish trend, a serious bearish trend, and now you see the market changes, there's a reversal. Now it will be an upward trend, a little upward trend. So when a pin bar is formed on a bullish, a market that was going up, maybe we scroll, like you see this pin bar was formed, then you see after here the market went up, right? The market went up, and you see, I hope you see, so I hope you see the trend. Then the pin bar was formed, then the market moved up. I hope you see that. Okay, so if you see a doji formed in a trend, okay, then if the downward trend, then no, it's going to be an upward trend. If a pin bar is formed in a downward trend, then it's going to be an upward trend. If a doji is formed in an upward trend, then just know the next thing is going to be a downward trend. If the pin bar is formed in an upward trend, then just know it's going to be a bearish trend of the market. I hope that is very clear. Now, having said that, now let's go to the indicators. All right, let's go in the indicators. So, gentlemen, to put in our indicators, we shall go to this plus sign. This one here, this one here. We tap on plus sign, and we choose, if we tap on plus sign, we tap on plus sign, then we shall be able to choose what we call FX indicators. All right, FX indicators, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And you not reach on favorite, all right? You not reach on favorite, but on technicals. And the name of the indicator is called T3 ribbon. T3 ribbon, and immediately you type in T3 ribbon with a space, or you write the word T3. Okay, you see it comes up. So what you do, you tap on the star side first, then you tap on the indicator once. All right, and it comes up in your screen like that. So this is the the indicator. All right, the indicator. I hope you can see it very clearly. Hope you can see it very clearly. I'm using the traditional candles. I hope you can see it very clearly. So basically, I will change my candles for this chart type, and I get back the hashing ash candles because they keep the trend. Hello, if the trend is not going to negative 50%, they keep the trend. Now let us set up our indicator. So how do we do? What do we do to set up our indicator? So we look for the indicator, and the indicator is up here, and the indicator is called the T3 ribbon. All right, the T3 ribbon. So we tap in the indicator, and immediately, oh, sorry, we touch in the indicator. We touch the indicator, right? Then it brings us to this side, and here there is this one we call the wheel. You see that? Yeah, that one. Okay. So we shall touch it now, and it take us to, we start from the input. Now you have different parameters on your inputs, and I'm just here to help you put in the right ones that will help you get good results. So we have a 0, keep it to 0. Maybe here you have I don't know what you have because I've already worked on mine, but make sure you change it to 10. Here you have a 1, it is around, maybe there is 0.7, put 1. Here there is 13, make it 16. Here there is, I think, 0.6, put it 0.9. Here there is close, tap on this arrow here, this one, tap on that arrow there. So, and you choose, so you choose HLC3. All right, so that is the first thing. So you need to make sure that you are working on these parameters. All right, I hope you can see them very clearly, and that's what you need to put in. That's what you need to put in at the first place. That's what you need to put in. So here, like I said, there is an arrow, so you tap on the arrow and choose HLC3, right? So let's get back to the last part of the indicator. And the last part of the indicator here on the inputs, because we said we are still on the inputs, we are still here on the inputs here. You can see we are ticking use grab 3, we are ticking show swing alerts, and we are teaching use the HA candles for calculations. So that's what we are ticking. I hope you have also seen these. We have changed them up. All right, so what do we do next after putting in the indicator? We shall come to these 3 dots, these ones, and once we come here, then we shall be able to, okay, once we come on these 3 dots, basically we shall tap on this area that is written on save as default. Right, save as default. Then when save as default, then after we press OK. So these are indicators. That's the first part. All right, now let's go back to the settings. Remember we said for us to go into the settings, the first thing we tap, we shall come and touch this area here, We shall touch this area here, and we shall tap on settings. Now we were doing the inputs, the first part. Now we are going to go to the style. And the style, we're just going to scroll down, and when we scroll, we find this area that has buy, exit, and sell exit. It was ticked up. Buy, exit, and sell exit. Then we untick these ones. Right? So we just tap into the small boxes and untick. Okay? Because at first they were like this, right? They were like this. So what do? We come on the indicator like this, then we tap there, we untick. So it means when we untick, it will be like this. Now what next? Remember, we said we must save, so we shall come on the three dots here, and after tapping on the three dots, we tap on them, and you see there is a word that comes save as default. Tap on save as default and say okay. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with setting up our indicator. Now let's interpret the indicator. So the indicator is telling us entry and exit areas. Remember, we said that when we are using the hashing hash candles to determine our entry in the market yesterday, we said, let me repeat again, we said that if you come on the candle and there is a candle like this one that has a wick on top and a wick on bottom, and after it there is a flat candle, it means enter from here. So this T3 ribbon indicator shows us when to enter the market. So you see, if we had visited our application first, we would have entered from here. And now this confirms our entry, the green one. I hope it's okay now. All right, so let's get into it clearly. Now, sometimes along the line, like you see, the red one means exit. The green one means entry. The red one means exit. The green one means entry. The red one means exit. The green one means entry. So let's get into, I hope it's very clear. You can see it. You can see it, you can see it, you can see it, you can see it, you can see it. I'm just looking for one that may come your way. Now, sometimes you may find the red arrow, okay, the red arrow sometimes, all right? That's why you need to be having the indicators in, so that you need at least 3 indicators to determine your entry in the market. Now, look at scenarios like this one, all right? Okay, here is a doji. Here is a doji. I hope you can see that was coming from a minimal little upward trend. You see, now after the doji, the indicator comes up here, and the indicator is saying enter the market. But then immediately there is a red arrow. It means the market has changed. So that's why I say you needed to not to have only the indicator, you need to be also understanding the candles themselves, right? The candles themselves before you take up a decision, all right? Okay, you see, like sometimes you see, like in this scenario, the indicator comes first, then you see our confirmation of using only candles. If you can see this scenario here, oh no, sorry. Oh no, sorry, just a minute. Okay, I hope you can see here. You see, now we could have entered from here, but you see the indicator now comes first. So I'll use the indicator and I'll take off more profit. Now, but we cannot use one indicator, so we're using the candles, the indicator. Now let us add in a third indicator. I hope we are okay with the T3 ribbon. All right. Now, the second indicator we want to install into our app for today, and we are going to be putting in this type of indicator we call the true strength indicator. So we tap on the plus sign, FX indicators, and basically we go to the technicals and we put in what we call the true strength indicator, and we tap on it once, then it comes up in our screen. So ladies and gentlemen, here is our true strength indicator. I hope you can see it. These are the two lines, the blue line and the red line. So we usually use the blue line. So what I'm going to do is to set it up. So we tap on the name of the indicator. So never forget that. I hope I've said it so many times. You tap on the name of the indicator there. So tap on the name of the indicator, then it brings this. It brings this. then you tap on the settings. So we want to go into the settings of the indicator. So we shall start with the input, and when it comes to putting in the input of the true strength indicator, we start with the long length of the indicator. So we shall change it to 20, and then we shall go to the short length, we shall give it 5. Then we shall go to the signal length, that is the distance between the two lines, right? The distance between the two lines. Okay, then we shall put a 3, and like you keep it on the chart, and we shall save as default. This we have learned, then press OK. So we have been able now to squeeze them a little bit so that they can give us the real results we need from the market. All right, now, so we want still set it up, and we want to make the zero line clear, because you see this zero line that you see in the screen here. There's a zero line, a dotted small line. There's this dotted small line. Let me see if I can. This dotted small line here. You see it comes up to 0. Now, when the supply volume decreases, it's when it gets below the zero line. So above the zero line, the prices are moving up. It means that the volume is also high. You know, from down, right? From down, and it crosses the line, it means there will be from down to, from here. Then it crosses this line up. It means there is high volume in the market. We talk about high volume. There is also, we understand there are high prices. Prices are getting high, and there's high volatility. But now if it gets down this line here, and it is now down like this, it means there is low volume in the market, there is low prices, and there is low volatility. So as long as we are going to be looking at setting it up, we shall be able to interpret it. All right, so let's set it up first. So we shall tap in the name again, tap on settings, and now we are going to go to the style, the true strength indicator. So we start with we tap on the style, then we shall start from here, then here, then here. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, now okay, so let me tap on the blue, and you see when I tap on the blue, I'll choose the thickness. Now the thickness is dependently making sure that we're not having the same thickness, right? We're not having the same thickness, right? So I'll choose this basically, but that is okay. I may choose this basically. Then I come on the red one. Okay, maybe let me make this. All right, then I come on the red one, then the red one I make it this. The rest remain as they are. And then we come on the zero line. You can choose any color, but I'll choose green, and I will make sure where there is dotted line, I make it line, right? So let me check it up. So I choose the second thickness, and you see now this is how my indicator will look like. Okay, this is how my indicator will look like. Now I want you to basically see, if I was going to trade this coin called it is BNB, right? So I've visited my trading view on BNB, and basically you can see very well in our screen today, as about look at the intersection. You see the intersection, the blue crosses over the red one, and the market starts moving up. You see here the blue crosses over the red one, and the market still moves down. The blue crosses over the red one here, and the market moves up. I hope those are the scenarios. So usually focus on the intersection of the line. That's where you need to put your focus, the intersection of the line, right? You look at the candles this side and also the intersection of the line. Hope you can see it very clearly. The intersection, 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 the intersection. And you see when the blue line is leading, like if you can see from here, let me just try to make things better. All right, okay, now I want you to just let me look at this intersection here. You see from here, okay, from the intersection here, the market started moving up. It went a little bit down, but still it kept on. It kept on. This is stronger than the RSI. It kept on up to around here. It's now once the intersection happens, then it's telling you get out of the market. So basically in our screen now, we basically have our two indicators. All right, our two indicators. Right, so today I want to come to the end, but if I come to the end, I hope we now see the true strength indicator and the T3 ribbon. Now let's add in a last indicator for today, and the last indicator for today, ladies and gentlemen, on our technicals will be the pivot point standards. So the pivot point standards, and there we go, and we put in our pivot point standards. So immediately we have been able to put in our pivot point standards. We can be able to see S stands for support, support 1, support 2. We have pivot area, which is P. We have resistance, R. R stands for resistance. All right. So let's first set our pivot point standards, and that's the style. So that is the input. So I hope you can see these have the colors, and the labels are on the left. If you can decide to have your labels on the right if you are interested, but if we just save as default, let us look at how it looks like. You see, so when you change, then it will be like this. They will be on the right. So instead of you checking the other side, you will always check this side, the last side. What is the name? Which line am I seated on? But basically, I would advise us to keep them still on the what? We keep them on the left, all right? So the style is that, the visibility is that, and there's nothing much you could change, and that's all. So you put in these pivot standards, and you keep them traditional. Okay, you keep them traditional. Keep them traditional. All right. The time frames are also okay. They are auto, so everything remains as it is right now. All right. Okay, so we save them up, and here we can be able to see now if the market, okay, like you see down here, it is the strength. It means it will be moving from this down line. Now it will be moving to the upper line, which is the pivot. And once it crosses the pivot, then the market will be focusing on moving to resistance. So once you find a candle that is formed, a green candle that is formed above pivot, then you can be able to enter the market, because you know the market has broken pivot, now to be going to resistance. So that's how this works. That's how this works, right? So you can always look at the lines and see, look, for example, you find this, it has been formed above the pivot. For example, here, if you can see very clearly, because you have 3 indicators, you see it has been formed above the pivot here. Then you know it will be focusing, trying to go to the support. So if it fails to break through, then you see it comes down. So it keeps on trying. That's the performance of the market. So you have your 3 indicators in play, and basically I believe you could be able to use them to detect the market. So the next video that we shall do, thank you so much for using your 30 minutes to be here. The next video we shall be looking at one of the most important indicators, and that is the Fibonacci indicator, which is one of the good indicators we can use in making a decision to enter the market. And you see, like you see such indicators, you can enter your market and be able to take your 2%. You can be able to take your 2% from the market. 2%, you can take 2% from the market, 2% if you have fear. So remember, if we want to trade in the 4 hours time frame, and maybe I look at 4 hours, then I need to look at the 1 hour. You see, so if I want to trade in the 1 hour, I see if the 4 hours is an uptrend, then I need to come on the 1 hour and see if it's still an uptrend. All right, so if I want to trade the 15 minutes, if I have confirmation that the 4 hour is an uptrend, right, the 4 hour is an uptrend and the 1 hour is an uptrend, then what is the 15 minutes? Is this still an uptrend? You see all this that has taken place. So this really helps me to take decision. Very, very important to help me take decision. Right, so basically that's how we trade. If I want to trade, I want to confirm if the 1 day, right, if I want to trade in the 4 hours. So if my trade doesn't win in the 4 hours, does it have ability to win in the 1 day? So is it an uptrend in the 1 day for me to trade in the 4 hours? If I want to trade in the 1 hour, is it an uptrend in the 4 hours? If I want to trade in the 15 minutes, is it an uptrend in the 1 hour? So always also look at the countdown. You see, always also look at the countdown of the candle. This has 19 hours to go for this candle for today to be fully formed. So look at the countdown and also focus on the indicators. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this tutorial for today. Tomorrow we shall be looking at the third indicator as we make decision about our trades in the market. And I usually say always use 20% of your capital so that if the market goes against you, you can have the margin calls in play. So I will basically look at the margin calls. Tomorrow I'll look at one indicator, then we go to setting up your margin calls, and it will basically and purely help you so much as you take a decision in the market. My name is Julius Kabanda. I'm just a representative of Team Eagles International. We are one of the fastest growing team all over the world, and we have basically been able to create so many leaders all over the world. So once you subscribe for our team, to the person who sent you this video, just make sure you join our different groups. We have our billionaires group, and we have our trading, our Telegram group. We have our WhatsApp group, mainly called the Billionaires. It's one of the amazing groups where we keep on, even if you are not good at reading the market, keep on dropping signals for you. So ask the person who gave you this video to help you join our WhatsApp group. It's our main group, the Billionaires. Also have a WhatsApp group called Team Eagles International. All right, Team Eagles International. We have that for the top leaders, and also have our WhatsApp group. So if you basically go in for that, we shall basically be able to get into our support system and learn how to be a solo trader. If you watched our video for yesterday and today, you are good to go now to be able to take off some profits from the market. So thank you so much for watching, and I believe you could join our training for today in the morning, because today is a Wednesday, and today we focus so much on the future of passive trading, how to make 5%, 10% from the market, how to automatically set your robot, and the robot keeps trading for you. So thank you so much for getting started with us. We basically believe that by the end of these 30 to 90 days that we are doing, we shall be able to impact your life. And if you have liked a video, like it, subscribe, invite a friend to watch it, so that we can build a community of people who are focused, people who are looking at financial freedom as their goal, and basically as a team, because we have our mission. Our mission is financial freedom, and we believe that for someone to be successful, they must have a purpose, and as a team we have a purpose. The purpose is financial freedom, and purpose without plan, purpose without plan, things don't work out. So purpose is financial freedom, and basically and purely we have principles, and our principles are three. We say that our first principle is the principle of longevity. So longevity means focus on what you can control. You can never control the market. So although we analyze the market, we show you the entry points. Sometimes the market might go against you. So that's why we decided to use the Royalq, because it has the martingale strategy, the margin calls that help you to keep in the market even when the market goes against you, so that when you keeps on using the margin calls to help you keep in the market, so that when the market goes against you, you can keep winning. So throughout our series, you'll be able to look at that. Then we have a plan. We have a plan. We say, yes, we understand. The reason why we teach you this is basically to make sure that you can keep making profits, as your goal is to grow your capital, because The initial way is to take you to the passive method of earning. And if you attend our training for today, you'll basically and purely see that or our training for Wednesday, you'll basically see that basically and purely the passive trading is the game changer. It's the game changer. The ability to have enough funds provided the settings. That's why so we believe in a plan. So if you get started in a business, use our ABC rule that you'll be able to learn in the near future. And basically, we help you grow your team, have residual income, grow enough capital, and passively trade as you are still trading to win as a solo trader. Thank you so much for watching this video, and get back the person who invited you is the right person. As one of the team leaders, we believe in this person so much, and we can basically and purely hold you by hand. Let us move this road with your financial freedom, and we believe we shall be able to impact the world together. Thank you so much, and as Team Eagles International, we say, let the robot trade for you.